Hi, folks. It's a real pleasure to see you all again.
Hey, little fella.
Ha! Of course I didn't forget about you all. Well, if we're all ready, it's time for another edition of TV Heaven. Hello, I'm Sean Locke, and welcome to TV Heaven, Telly. I knew it would catch on. Joining me tonight is a man who's going to tell us what he loves and hates about television. He's worked alongside Robert Redford, Brad Pitt, Russell Crowe and Johnny Depp. Please welcome one of our most successful actors, stroke comedians, Omid Djalili. Thanks for coming on the show. Do you watch much television? Are you a telly fan?
I get very involved and very emotional when I watch stuff. I start crying and I start screaming and shouting. I watched The Deer Hunter recently, and I found that I was watching the Russian roulette scene, standing up, grabbing, just screaming. But guys going, "Ah! Ah!" But I realised I kind of react the same way when I watch Star Trek. So
right.
I try to avoid it because I just get too emotionally involved.
You get very emotionally involved with the shows. Well, your first choice tonight, we're going to go back to your childhood, something that you loved, even though it scared you to death.
Oh, my God. Tomorrow People was ITV's version of a kind of Doctor Who, but with a twist. And it was on Mondays, about 4:30 in the afternoon. And it was basically about a new generation of kids who were telepathic, who could do telekinesis. Telekinesis is basically the ability to move an object without touching it or employing a butler, basically. And the basic problem was, I thought I was a tomorrow person.
Right.
I really did. I didn't have any of the talents. I couldn't do anything. It was stupid.
We've got a scene here, and this is a genuinely terrifying scene. The Tomorrow People use teleportation, or jaunting as they call it, to escape an evil gang of bikers.
Yeah.
And this scene was so scary that none of the actors ever worked again.
There he is!
Steve, we're coming up to get you. Ready?
Ready.
Then jaunt.
Yeah!
Grab the girl!
Quick, Stephen, outside!
Jaunt, everybody. Hey!
Jetty on the lake, Stephen. Run for it.
Run, run!
All right, let's face it, it was shit.
Yeah.
It was so shit.
It was like a school play directed by the metalwork teacher. That's what it was like. I can't believe the acting there when they dropped that tray.
That was so bad.
It's like in the 70s, if you were shocked by anything, you either dropped something or went...
And he dropped the tray and then stood on it as well.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
But then this next spine-chilling clip...
Oh, there's more?
There's more. Bubble-like aliens try to take over the world, cunningly disguised as shell suits. And that is one of the most stupid sentences I've ever said in my life.
No, but this was genuinely scary for me.
Yeah.
This is actually... I remember this scene.
Shell suits taking over the
shell
world.
suits taking over. Watch this. It's unbelievable.
Help me! Help me! Please!
Angel!
Please help me!
Andrew, are you all right?
You must obey me.
Master!
Obey me.
Master, I obey.
Obey
Mike, no, don't let it control you.
me. Invade.
Invade!
Mike!
Invade. Invade.
What happened?
I think the shell suit was up for a Best Acting nomination.
Were you scared by that, or did you
At
cry?
the time,
like...
no, come on, for an 8-year-old kid, attacking shell suits. And they were They were taking over the world as well. Because you heard, because there was news coverage, shell suits have taken over in Moscow, Kabul, and Helsinki. It was a global problem.
When did you face up to the fact that you weren't a Tomorrow person?
Well, that's the whole thing. I thought I was a Tomorrow person because I was 9 and I was already grew pubes. I was so quick to puberty. I thought... I was 9 and I thought, I must be Tomorrow. I got a massive bush flying out there. I must be a Tomorrow person. My hair's on my back and everything. I'm a Tomorrow person. It's terrible.
Were you one of those hairy boys?
Very hairy.
I was the opposite. I had nothing.
Nothing at all.
I had a penis, obviously.
I used to come out of the showers when I was 13 and people say, it's a nice suit. I look the way I do now.
Have you got the all over?
I have, all over.
Andy.
And actually, my wife finds it repulsive.
She finds it repulsive?
She finds it repulsive, yeah.
What do you wear? Do you wear a special love suit? Just coming, darling. Sort of like a really smooth skin suit. Oh, that's charming, though, isn't it?
Thank you.
She must really love you, then, if she can get over that.
She must really love me, yeah.
Yeah. OK, we're going to move on to your next choice.
Yes.
And it's something you really hate. It's in your telly hell. Jeremy.
Oh, my God.
It's a film you saw on television years ago. What is it you really hated about Jeremy? Or...
Well, I was struggling as a spotty teenager at the time to get any kind of attention from girls. And here was someone who was even more geeky, even more ludicrously dressed with stupid glasses and hair that seemed to, with persistence, have the confidence to then get the girl that he wanted.
Mm. Yeah.
And I was disgusted by that.
But surely you wouldn't be slightly inspired as well?
No, disgusted.
No. Right. Oh, so you just thought, like, so if he can get a woman, what's the matter with me? I can't
just
get
sat
a
there
girl.
going, oh, fuck off.
Well, we're going to see what you're talking about here. Here's a moment when young Jeremy, or as I prefer to call him, David Baddiel, meets the lovely Susan for the very first time.
You scared me.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing here?
Is there any chalk in here?
Yeah, there's some over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he pulled that one out of the bag, didn't he? What are you doing here? Got any chalk?
He's very geeky, wasn't it? Although I hate it. I watched this really disgusted by the whole thing, but I was drawn in thinking, well, this must be some message for me. I talked to my friends about it. I saw it when I was about 12. Nobody saw this thing, but it really affected me. I really got into films like The Graduate as well, where I think my whole romantic life was based on being the underdog who then could somehow get the girl, like in The Graduate, where you know, Dustin Hoffman gets the girl and he gets the no and gets the girl. And
Yeah, but the difference between The Graduate and this is shit. What got you about this film, though, was there was something else that got you about this film, was the fact that to get the girl, he had a skill, wasn't it? He developed a skill.
Yeah, he actually had a talent. He played the cello. And he played the cello, and when he played the cello, he played it with such passion and sensitivity that she then saw a different side to him. So she saw beyond the David Baddiel look. She saw beyond the geeky glasses, and she fell in love with his soul for what he really was.
I loved your playing.
Gee, thanks a lot.
I'm Susan Rowland.
Yeah, I know.
It's a shit film, but it does pay off at the end. He won her with his cello playing. Did you try and learn the cello then?
No, I didn't know the I tried all kinds of things, but bongos was probably the only thing I could play. I used to pretend I was from Brazil. I used to play some samba kind of rhythms with a kind of headband, someone's tie around my head, and that was it. But it was shit, really. Nothing really happened.
Just makes you like a show-off. I mean, were you walking around with your bongos around your neck? You know, like those buskers who've got like a harmonica on a thing?
Well, do you know what I used to do? I know.
Omid's here.
I used to make rhythms with my mouth. I used to go that. And it never impressed the girls.
No, of course it doesn't.
And look how I go, do it. They thought it was shit. I look at someone else and go, oi, bullets. I got nothing. I tried everything.
Of course.
Because I thought...
Are you mental? No woman's going to like that.
I would come out at a party, and I used to wait until there would be a music break. Be loud music when the DJ, they never mix. It was like music like The Freak Stop, and next I go, I got nothing. Nothing at all. But I thought it was really good. What is the way he's laughing? I think it's really skillful.
What is that noise, though? It's not like you're doing a guitar sound or a trumpet. It's like this whole... I bet the other people are going, see that bloke over there who's going, he thinks he's a Tomorrow person as well.
Excuse me, there's a real skill to it. You can do all kinds of different rhythms. And I thought girls would be impressed with that. So you can say, fang, dang, douglas, what are you laughing at? It's skillful. Especially if you move as well. You go... I thought it was really good, but nobody was interested.
It's brilliant. No, trust me, it's brilliant.
Yeah. But somebody said to me...
It's just aimed at the wrong people.
But someone said it'd be really good. Someone said it'd be really good if you took that kind of mouth-beating, bizarre thing you do with your mouth...
And fucked off. No, sorry, what did they say? What did they say?
Was to translate it into some kind of musical instrument. So I tried it with a guitar. It didn't work. So bongos was the only... Get the violin. But did I get a girl? Bollocks, did I get a girl?
I was wondering if you could show us your seductive bongo skills.
I don't know. Do they want to see that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got bongos as well.
It's Telly, I got bongos.
All right. OK, I'll give
So
it a go.
just set the scene. If you'd like to pick a lady, can we seduce you?
OK. What's your name?
It's Sarah.
Sarah?
Yes.
I'm going to play some music now. Do it.
Djalili, and we'll have more of Omid's TV Heaven Telly How after the break. Welcome back to TV Heaven Telly How. Tonight, sharing all that he loves and hates about television is comedian Omid Djalili. Now, your next choice is a slice of pure TV heaven. It's a drama, ITV drama from 1982, and it's considered probably one of the greatest shows they ever made. Brideshead Revisited. What attracted you initially was the university life, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, from being an immigrant, son of an immigrant, this was basically what my parents wanted me to have, a real Oxbridge education, because I was watching Brideshead when I was about 15, and that was the impetus to go to university.
Like Charles and Sebastian here?
Yeah, with the Bear, Aloysius the Bear, Jeremy Irons, Anthony Andrews.
Well, here's a little taste of what university life was like for Charles and Sebastian at Oxford.
Ought we to be drunk every night?
Yes. I think we should.
that's the life. I mean, that's the life. He's got quail's eggs. He's got champagne. Obviously, they've got massive student loans there. You can tell. But it really looks like a kind of Stephen Fry home videos, that doesn't it?
I like the idea of students like that, and in their fridge they've got Sebastian's lobster. Keep off.
And also, I ended up at a really crap university. I ended up at the university which out of 54 universities was ranked number 60. It was one of the worst, the University of Ulster in Northern Ireland.
Which we've got a picture of it here. It's very different to the Dreaming Spires of Oxford. There you go. Looks like the Department of Work and Pensions, doesn't it? Why did you end up there? Why didn't you go to a better university?
I didn't go to a better university because I took my A-levels 13 times. I did 49 papers.
49 A-levels? You sat 49 A-levels?
49 papers. There were 13 different retakes, yeah.
No.
It's crazy.
I mean, you're obviously not thick. What were you doing wrong? Were you taking champagne in before the exam?
I don't know what I did wrong. I have no idea. I just couldn't get it.
Did you not think of doing an Iranian A-level? That'd be one in the bag, wouldn't it?
No, I did the O-level and I got unclassified. That's how stupid I was.
You got an O-level in Iranian and you
Persian,
failed?
I failed. I got unclassified, yeah. That was crap, stupid.
Did you not have any pens or something? Was this the problem? I imagine these two sat quite a lot of A-level papers because they're in their 30s here. They're probably a bit like you, doing retake after retake after... I mean, how many A-levels... So you got, like... You did get 3 A-levels?
I got 4 A-levels in the end.
4?
Yeah.
That's not... I only ever got 1. I got 1 A-level, which is pointless. It's like having a wheel. What do I do with this 1 A-level?
Yeah.
And it was in puddings. Useless. Utterly useless.
But you can see there was a... I don't know if anyone read the book. It's a very, very poetic and really well-written book, and it really moved me. The whole thing was a tremendous book. It was one of the best adaptations. That's why I've chosen it. It's one of the best adaptations
we haven't
ever
really
made.
spoken much about. But all you can say is, yeah, it's bloody brilliant. That was marvellous.
Yeah.
They say it's ITV's best drama.
I think it was ever.
Yeah, with Laurence Olivier in it, John Gielgud. But you know, it's not Footballers' Wives, is it? There's no hermaphrodite baby. That's good telly. Well, OK. Well, next up, we've got something you hate. It's called Inside the Actor's Studio.
It's a show that you see on Sky on the Biography channel where you get a major A-list Hollywood actor and interviewed by James Lipton in the most fawning way. It's basically a look back at their lives, about their life in art, basically.
OK, well, we've got this clip here. It's James Lipton. He's the principal of the college, and he's fawning all over Tom Cruise.
Top Gun was the highest grossing film of 1986, partially because of the number of times that I saw it. And Tom Cruise had become, not to mince words, an iconic star. How did all of this affect your life and your career? Were there difficulties, pluses, minuses?
There was a lot of pressure, a lot of things to deal with. A lot of things, because here I am, I'm doing something that I love.
And you're a kid. You're still a kid.
Yeah, I was 23 when the film came out. And, but I felt this isn't it for me, that I wanted to learn it. And my focus was always on learning.
It's just, it makes you feel icky. But some parts of it are wonderful, but it's just this man, James Lipton, is just such a greaseball.
Yeah, he just basically, actors come on, and he just says, you're amazing, all your films are amazing. He literally just blows smoke up their arse for an hour.
Yeah, because some of the questions, you can tell some of the questions goes, are you a god or are you a genius? Because, well, I'm a god touched by genius. That's the kind of the atmosphere they're creating.
Well, one of the features of the show is that he gives out sort of quick-fire answers to the guests.
Oh, this is the most self-indulgent bit.
And they have to just answer immediately. Apparently, there's no preparation.
No preparation.
And it's Tom Cruise, so he keeps it fairly short.
What is your favourite word, Tom?
Yes. Can I cap this role? Yes. Can I make this movie? Yes.
I imagine you hear that more than some of us do. What is your least favourite word?
Yes, when they really mean no.
Yeah. What turns you on?
Laughter.
Oh, what turns you on? Laughter. You're all laughing because you're turned on by me and I'm turned on. Let's all laugh together. Oh, it makes a toast curl.
Yeah. And then he starts feeling himself. Like, you hang around with big Hollywood stars like this, don't you? I mean, you made Spy Game in Marrakesh with Robert Redford and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they're good people. I mean, they're all very down to earth. The ones I've met, anyway, they're extremely. I mean, even Robert Redford's a very funny bloke. I mean, he's. If you, a little tip for you: if you ever meet someone really famous, you should never try and be funny with them. I tried to be funny with Robert Redford. It's a terrible mistake. I said I was in character as well. They introduced me to Robert Redford as Omid. I said, Mr. Redford, I love your work. You are the best thing in Hawaii Five-0. You are fantastic. He said, thank you. You were great in Dr. Zhivago, but you've let yourself go. It was very quick. I actually had a funny moment in that film because they had this great thing where they said, that's a wrap on Brad, Robert and Omid. And they said, the cars... we were in Marrakesh. No, we're in Casablanca, actually. They said, the cars are through the marketplace. Can you just walk through the marketplace 50 yards? We've got the bodyguards with you. And at the time, they were showing the film The Mummy 6 times a day on Moroccan TV. So I was walking, you had Robert Redford, Brad Pitt and me just walking single file with these bodyguards. And you could see these kind of Moroccans looking at Robert Redford. This is 2000. They're looking at him thinking, I recognize the face. I can't place it, you know. I look at Brad Pitt, he goes, his face rings a bell, you know. He looked at me and goes, it's the guy from The Mummy! You know? And there's a great picture from behind of these 2 blonde bombshells walking away, and me surrounded by these Arabs signing autographs and going...
Well, Omid, thanks for that glimpse into your TV heaven, Telly hell. And just like to ask, is there any performance you'd like to reenact?
Yes, there is.
OK. Ladies and gentlemen, Omid Djalili. Hello, I'm James Lipton, and tonight my guest is a wonderful actor and a wonderful man. Please welcome Tom Cruise. Tom, great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
So good. Tom, question.
Sure.
What's your favourite sound?
Laughter.
Now, we all agree Tom Selleck is a 10. How'd you score your own acting?
8.
Oh, that's interesting, because it's out of 20. Now, you've played many great roles, wonderful parts. There's one part I think you should have played, you didn't play, I'd love to have seen you play it, which is the second kid in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I gotta say, as a Tomorrow person, I think that's bullshit. I'm out of here!
Hey, Tom, you ever heard of an actor, Omid Djalili?
Him? He's an asshole.